Rise and shine, all I and I's. How are all the eyes doing out here on this beautiful, lovely day? This is ElSea Jahzen in Egypt Dawn, back with another therapeutic video. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know how you're striving to a therapeutic life. Greetings, all I and I's. We're back with another Vital food video, and today we're going to be making some plant-based tacos. So we have two different variety of tacos that we're going to be cooking today. We're going to be making our tacos out of green bananas, so that's a substitute for potatoes if you want to stay away from starch. Even though green bananas have a little starch in there, this is a healthier version. And if you want to take a break from potatoes, and the variety of tacos that we're going to be doing is lion's mane mushrooms. Now, we cooked lion's mane mushrooms previous on this channel before, so go check out that lion's milk chicken video that I did with lion's mane. It was pretty good. So you can batter this up with chickpea flour and you can have your mock fried chicken. But now we're doing a just basic shredded chicken taco, shredded mock chicken taco with the lion's mane. And if you want a beef taco substitution, you can check out my walnut meat video. I've done walnut meat several times on this channel, so y'all go check out the Vital food playlist here on YouTube where you can get that recipe. But so that will be 3 different types of tacos that you can make. You can make beef out of walnuts, you can make shredded chicken out of lion's mane mushrooms, and then you can do a potato substitution with green bananas. Alright, y'all, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's start with our green bananas first. And you can also save your banana peels in the garden for good fertilizer. So you can fertilize your plants with bananas. We've done it several times on the channel, and I have a video coming up where I show you exactly in the garden where we're keeping our banana peels and putting it in water and spraying our leaves with it. So it's good fertilization for our plants to keep those pests away, to keep the bugs away, etc. So you can do you can do green bananas in several different ways. You can fry these to make mock fries. You can also do a matoke recipe, which we will be doing a matoke recipe on the channel. Y'all stay tuned for that matoke recipe. So for this recipe, we're just basically going to be sauteing all of our veggies. So the veggies that we're going to add to this green bananas is squash and zucchini. So we have some squash, zucchini, and tomatoes, and we have some collard greens. So we're just going to dice up our green bananas, and we're going to save our banana peels, soak them in our rainwater, and we're going to spray that over our plants for good fertilization. So y'all stay tuned for Restoration of the Garden Eating playlist here on YouTube. Y'all make sure y'all save that playlist where you can learn about creating sustainability for your community and different garden hacks, farm hacks, what have you. We do all that on the Restoration of the Garden Eating playlist. So while our let's go ahead and put a little water. I'm gonna turn my heat on low. I'm gonna be cooking our collards. So we have some collard greens that we're gonna be adding to this recipe. I'm gonna have our collards a little bit separate, so let me put that back because we gotta wash those off anyway. So alright, y'all, so we are going to be having these collards separate so I can have collards by itself. And then we're going to add the collards to the tacos. Also, for our shelling, we have some cassava tortillas. It's just basically organic cassava flour, water, and coconut oil and sea salt, and that's it. That's it. We were gifted with these cassava tortillas. 4 simple ingredients: cassava flour, water, organic coconut oil, and sea salt. Also, we're going to be making a tortilla out of lentils, y'all, so y'all stay tuned for that. That's probably our next video, where we do our tortillas out of lentils, and then we can have it with our matoke. So yeah, y'all stay tuned. Y'all make sure y'all save this Vitalized Food playlist so you won't miss a meal to cook for your family for y'all's wellness. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and dump these collards in there. We're gonna let it cook down. We're gonna let these greens cook down, and we're gonna get back to our green bananas. So I've cooked green bananas several times on this channel. I cooked green bananas, and we're not gonna cook a lot. We're just gonna do 3, and this one looks like it's already ripening up. So this one is already kind of ripe, so I kind of don't want to use this one. Yeah, I'm probably gonna use this one in a smoothie because this one already really like ripe. These are the ones that's hard. Let me see. Yeah, that's ripe too. Yeah, this is another hard one. So we just want, when you get in your green bananas, make sure they are not ripe, because the purpose, we don't want these to be sweet. But when we make our matoke, you can have it sweet, because that's like a sweet and spicy type of meal. So y'all stay tuned for when we make our matoke with the green banana. Alright, so let's wash these green bananas off. And we're going to be putting all of these green peels in some water to create fertilizer for our plants, like I mentioned earlier. So we're going to save all food scraps anyway to put in your compost, because that is nutrients and vitamins for your plants to grow. So while we're waiting on our greens to cook down a little bit, to steam down, we're just basically, cut that part off. Oh wow, I didn't even cut this part off. So we're basically gonna dice these green bananas. We're gonna dice them really good. We're just going to dice these up into small pieces. Wow. So it can be easier to cook. You can also make banana chips out of green bananas. You can make banana chips. You can make fries. We did banana fries on this channel before. Y'all go check out that when we did banana fries. So you can do any type of meal basically with bananas as like a potato substitute. If you want to stay away from potatoes and get some more potassium, you can go ahead and utilize some green bananas. And whatever you don't use, you can freeze it. You can make a smoothie out of these. You can freeze them to do another meal. If your bananas is about to ripe, you can always freeze it to make smoothies. Freeze it to make different meals and what have you. Alright, so now we are going to be moving on to our squash and zucchini. So we're adding squash, zucchini. We're adding squash, zucchini, tomatoes, and we're going to see if we have some of our mini bell peppers. We're going to be adding to this meal as well. And also, if we have an onion, we're going to add an onion to it. So we're just going to cut half of that. We're going to utilize all of this zucchini. And yes, we cut all the skins off of our fruits and vegetables. We cut all the skin off. That's very, 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 very important. No matter how much you clean your vegetables, go ahead and cut the skin off. Very important, y'all. So these greens are sauteing pretty good. To be honest with you, I just want them greens by itself. And then we're going to add it at the end to the meal, because I do need some dark leafy greens. Make sure you guys are eating dark leafy greens at least 2 to 3 times a week. So if that's in a salad, if that's sauteed, if that's raw as a collard green wrap. We've done a collard green wrap on this channel, so y'all can have some ideas on how you can utilize your greens to your rise. Always pair your meals with greens so you can have an easy digestive flow, so you won't be constipated and things of that nature. Okay, so we have to pay attention to those things. We have to pay attention to our body. If you're constipated, if you're feeling nausea, if things are going on with your stomach area, if you're congested, make sure you are eating some greens to bypass all of that. Okay, we want to bypass all of that. Alright, so that's a good little mixture that we have right there. So let's add some red to it. So we have some of our mini tomatoes that we're going to add to this meal. Alright, now for some red for our tomatoes.
I'm going to help you.
And we're going to add some onions in there too. We're going to be adding some onions in there too. Alright, y'all. So we're just going to slide that in there with that. Let's check on our greens. We're going to be putting all the banana peels right here so we can go make our fertilizer. Refresh our fertilizer because we already really got banana peels in there. We gotta go spray the plants today too.
I help you spray the plants.
Yeah, that goes in the compost. We're doing that for composting. This we're getting 2 different. We're doing 1 shredded chicken
or shredded taco, and then we're doing a potato, or a mock potato. A mock potato. Yeah, so this is our greens. See how that's looking? Yeah. I'm just putting a little salt and pepper and turmeric on there. And Italian seasoning, and that's it. I'm doing a whole video. I don't need you in the background. So we just added turmeric, sea salt, black pepper, garlic, and Italian. So now we are about to put our banana mixture in here. Just saute that. We left some of our collard green juice in there, so it can just go ahead and have that. I didn't put any oil in there, but you could put oil in there if you want. If you want it like crisp. But we're just going to saute all of this. We're going to add a little bit more seasoning to it. So let's go ahead and add our Italian seasoning blend. We're going to put some paprika, turmeric, and to activate the turmeric you put black pepper, a little bit of sea salt. This is the onions, the crushed onions, since we didn't put no actual onions in there. A little bit of garlic powder, and then our rosemary, marjoram, basil, thyme, oregano, sage, Italian seasoning blend. Alright, and we're going to stir all that up. So we're just going to toss that around in the seasoning. And then we're going to put our lid on top of it. And we're going to let it cook until everything is nice and soft. Then we're going to move on to our mock chicken. Now you can also do this with tofu if you want. But we're taking a break from tofu right now. We do have some tofu. But I like to eat like tofu like every like 2 weeks or so, because of the amount of soy that's in it. So we want to keep everything balanced. So we're taking a break from soy, but you could do tofu. Alright, y'all, so with our lion's mane mushroom, we're just going to shred it with a fork to do like shredded chicken. So this is like a mock shredded chicken, if you will. So we're going to take a fork and we're just going to do it like that. Or you can break it like this. You can break it to have that like shredded chicken look to it. That's why I like using lion's mane mushrooms for shredded chicken. But I think I'm going to break it. That looks like it'll be better that way anyway. Like if I break it. And we're not going to use all of it. I'm going to use that for another time. But this is another alternative that you can have instead of having chicken. If you're taking a break from chicken, if you want to take a break from chicken, or if you just plain plant-based vegan, you can just go ahead and take you some lion's mane mushroom, shred it up like that, season it real good, boom, some shredded chicken. You can have this over a salad, you can have this over your greens, you can make a taco with it, you can put it in your burritos, you can put it over your nachos. You can do all of the things with lion's mane mushrooms. You can even batter it up, have it as a fried chicken alternative like we did on this channel before. You can do all types of things with lion's mane mushroom. I also was going to be doing some jackfruit, but we're going to be doing that on another time. So it's a lot of it's a lot of recipes that I said in this video already that we're going to have to do. So y'all make sure y'all save this restoration, not the restoration, y'all say that too, but y'all make sure y'all save this Vital Lifestyle Food playlist so you won't miss any meals for your wellness, okay? It's looking like it's getting, something's getting stuck at the bottom. Yeah, we don't want that. So while we're waiting on our, y'all see that beautiful color, that golden color, because that turmeric brung it out really, really good. And then we're going to add a little bit of greens to it as well. Yeah, let me put a little bit of greens that we had made. Alright, y'all, so now that our squash, zucchini, and green banana, and I put a little bit of greens in there. Now that it's finished, I'll taste a little bit of it. Yeah, it's finished, it's smooth, it's soft, so that's ready. We're just gonna put that over to the side, and we're going to work on our mock shredded chicken real quick. Let's work on our mock shredded chicken. I'm just gonna use. So we're just gonna, I'm not gonna clean the pan. I'm just gonna have the same sauce. And with this one, we're just going to brown it a little bit. I'm not gonna put no oil in it. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, that's it. Nothing too major. And we're gonna let that boil. We're just gonna saute that just in the skillet. Let that get a little bit of that seasoning that was left on there. And we're gonna come back to it. Put our lid on there, come back to it. Then we're gonna warm up our tortillas, our cassava tortillas, and we're gonna be making our soft tacos out of cassava tortillas with green bananas and lion's mane mushroom. So y'all can just watch that right there. My stomach, don't mind my stomach, y'all, cause I'm on my cycle right now, and don't mind me. No, look, listen but don't judge, okay? Listen but don't judge. See our chicken. Look, see our mock chicken is so it already has a little moisture in there. So we really don't even have to put no oil or no water or nothing. We can just let that saute for a little bit. And y'all see it looks like shredded chicken. Just gonna continue to do that. I'm gonna make Egypt a smoothie. There's several smoothies here on this channel, so make sure y'all go check that out. And so that banana that we just did that was soft, I'm gonna put that in her smoothie. Then I got some frozen blueberries, and this is some cucumber and grape juice that I made the pulp out of it. I just went ahead and put that in there because I was like, I'm gonna just dump all that in a smoothie. Then I froze some strawberries, so we're gonna dump all of this and make a smoothie for her. So yeah, so utilize everything to your rise. And this is the rest of that pulp. I know it look crazy, but this is the rest of that pulp. And I got some green juice pulp that I had this week. So every week I juice me some greens, and I juice some fruit, and I put it in the freezer to make smoothies and stuff. If you don't want to cook, make you a juice or a smoothie. If you don't want to cook greens, if you don't like greens, if you don't like eating greens, put it in a smoothie. Put it in a soup. Mash it up and put it in a, what do you call that? In a burger. Do you a veggie burger. There's multiple ways. See, that chicken is, I said chicken. These mushrooms is like almost finished really, because we don't want it to stick to the pan, so I'm going to reduce the heat. But yeah, it's coming together a little bit. So we're probably just gonna do one. It look like it's gonna be like one taco. Cause really, I already ate. So this is gone. Alright, so that's really finished for real. Now if y'all see it, it kind of looks like shredded chicken over there to the side. And we're going to take one tortilla, one cassava tortilla, and we're going to give it a taste test. Now I'm going to mix the two together and taste it, because I ain't gonna, to be honest with you, I'm full. I've been eating different stuff all day. And you finished? Alright. Go ahead. She's finished with that smoothie that I just made her. Now I'm waiting on this cassava to get finished. And y'all see how that on the side, how this what do you call this, lion's mane mushroom is looking. So y'all see how that lion's mane mushroom turned out. And then this is how that sauteed banana turned out. And we're gonna give it a slight taste test. Slight taste test. This is getting a little warm. We don't want it too warm. We're gonna go ahead and let that cook. We're gonna go ahead and let that brown a little bit. And then we're gonna make up the taco. These are soft tacos. You could do it hard tacos if y'all want. Soft tacos, hard tacos, whatever y'all want. Taco bowl, burrito, all of the things you can make with this meal. So you can have this meal in multiple different ways. You don't have to just make a taco out of it. You can make it into a protein bowl. You can make it into on top of some greens, on top of some rice, on top of some lentils. Alright, nice. Everything is ready. Everything is ready. So we have our shredded chicken, mock shredded chicken. Let's see this. And we have some of our greens. So this is an up close look at it. So we have our banana, sauteed banana. We have our greens, and we have our mock chicken, which is shredded lion's mane. So now let's make us a taco with it. So this is our, so we're gonna put a little bit of greens at the bottom of it like that. And then we're gonna put a little mock chicken, which is lion's mane mushroom. And then we're going to put a little bit of our what do you call that? Green banana. Here, taste some of this. There we go. There we have it. Now let's give it a taste test. You want to buy it? Here, I'm letting Egypt try it. Girl, you took a big bite. She took a big bite. He took a bite out of that. Chew it all up. Yeah, chew it all the way up. Alright, y'all. That's our taco. That's our plant-based tacos. Like I mentioned earlier, you can have this several different ways. You can even eat this by itself, or you can add some plant-based shelling, cassava. You can make your own cassava. You can make it a corn tortilla, flour tortilla, cassava tortilla, spinach tortilla. You can even have the collard green wraps. You can even do a collard green wraps out of this. All of the things. So good thanks and gratitude for y'all tuning in. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. And make sure you save this Vital Food playlist here on YouTube, so you can make healthy foods for your family, for you all's wellness. Ashe. Alright, Egypt, that's it. I'm gonna eat these greens by itself. Alright, come on by.